All right, everyone. Good Sunday morning to you all. I thought I would just do a quick live broadcast and thought, well, I was getting one of my trains running. So, looks like it might be kind of bright though. Let me see if I can. Maybe that might be a little bit better. All right. Well, we'll just wait to see if someone comes in or not. Hi, Frank. It's going okay for a Sunday. I just thought I'd do a quick broadcast and while I got some trains running. I don't know. Can you hear me okay? Hey, okay. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. All right. Well, like I said, welcome to my live broadcast. Like I said, I just thought, well, I wasn't doing much of anything today, so I thought, well, I'll get a train running and we'll just let it run and we could chat. So, Frank, where are you from? I'm just sipping on some coffee. Well, hi, Mystic. Yeah, the man in the dark. Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can turn on another light. I don't know if that's any better. Yeah, it's because of the way it's because the way my layout's shadowed because of the shadow boxes. I have no lighting in between the shadow boxes. So, okay, Frank says he's from South Minnesota. Well, hello, Minnesota. How are you doing, Mystic? Mystic says he's got 10 days off of work. Wow. Mystic, what do you do for work to get that many days off? Oh, okay, Mystic. I get it. Well, Starbucks is a pretty cool place to work at. I visit Starbucks frequently. And Frank asked, your mountain cut, how did you do that? Well, you know, because I'm new in, well, because I already had that part of the mountain done before I started putting stuff up on YouTube, it was already finished. So I couldn't really do a tutorial on that. But if you can just imagine, um, I started with the front fascia first. And then what I did is once that cured and dried, I foamed it up first with just regular foam. Great stuff is what I use. You can get it at your local box stores. And then I stuck in long um, skewers because I wanted it light. So I just stuck the skewers into that front fascia and I just sprayed kind of around it. It took a while because you got to make sure it dries. So um, yeah, and then I went from there. And then once I kind of shaped the mountain out, I had to make sure between track and, of course, the bottom track had to be finished first. That way I can gauge the height of my containers. And, you know, it's funny that you did ask that because I was thinking about doing a live up against the mountainside, but I chose this side of my layout because the last two live shows were kind of um, just kind of tests. So now that I know I can go live and it's pretty easy, it's okay. But then after I finished the foam, and like I said, I had to carve the foam out to the way I wanted the overhang to come. And then I used plaster of Paris after that. And that was a lot of plaster of Paris for that whole layout scene there. It came out really, really cool. And thank you for asking. I hope that kind of gives you kind of an idea. So can you guys see the train? Well, I can see the trains pretty well in the stream, but how are the trains moving? Are they moving okay? You can see them. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is the side of the layout where I decided to I decided to cut. I decided this side. I didn't want to see anything that was going on over there. If I just wanted to work on this side, and I just wanted to run trains here and there and move them in and out, I can. So this side's kind of unique. That's okay, Mystic. I get it. I was just explaining to Frank how I kind of did the mountain cut because you know that was done way after I decided to put my stuff up on YouTube. So I was just going over that with Frank. Now you guys can see the trains okay, correct? Or the one train. I decided to put NNS crew on it today. And that's what's neat about model railroading. Well, that's what's neat about my model railroad. I mean, I love all Class A1 railroads. So, I mean, my favorite obviously is Union Pacific, but um, I get pretty bored pretty quick, so I can pick and choose whatever I want to run, and that's what makes it fun. Thank you, Mystic. Yeah, I know there's another live stream going on today, but maybe a couple. But like I said, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, so I thought, I'll just put up a live stream real quick. Hey, it's a great way to get hours watch time on YouTube. So, but not that I really need them because you know I didn't realize you can go live without YouTube standards, so which makes it kind of neat. So. Well, so far so good. The trains are running well. I don't even know what's going on the other side, but I know it's okay because I know my own layout. So. Hi, Charles. I didn't see you. I just saw you slip in there. Well, my dimensions of my garage are like a 20 by 20. So, you could figure it's not 20 by 20, but I sneaked every bit of inch into putting the layout. I believe I did a garage tour layout, which kind of basically shows the layout, how it's situated into the garage. So you might want to check that out. But as far as size, I would say probably 18 by 18, give or take. And it does have a bottom level to it, a staging yard, which was an afterthought. Is oh, um, yeah, Santa Barbara is pretty close to me. I would say about 2 hours. Is that where you're out of, Mystic? Okay, Charles says, I'm just getting started in the hobby. Right now, I have a 4x8 starter layout. I'm planning to expand though. And that's, Charles, that's where everybody gets started from. Now, is your 4x8 layout, is it N scale or HO? Oh, okay, Mystic. You're in New Orleans. Okay, all right. Well, New Orleans is a pretty cool state. Okay, Charles HO. That's obviously what I'm doing here. Although I do have some N scale, and I'm itching to do something with N scale. But my passion's HO. Actually, I love all the scales, and all the scales are fun. And myself, I subscribe to everybody and anybody. I mean, because I do that for the fellow hobbyists, and I think that's what's interesting. Yeah, Mystic says same way I started. You guys check out Mystic channel. It's a pretty cool channel. Yeah, I know. I just got a thing for Sparky. He just went live. So I doubt I'll have many other people join on this live stream. But like I said, I just decided, hey, the last time I did a live stream, there was a couple of people say, hey, how come you're not running any trains? So here I am running a train. And my layout's kind of extensive, so it kind of takes a lot to get it running because I'm in Southern California. So, and I'm in a garage, so it gets very dusty in this garage. So it takes me a while to clean the track to get everything staged and ready. So, not that it's a big deal, but I try to get the longest train. I try to get the longest train as possible because I like rail fanning my own layout. So, you're welcome, Mystic. And I don't like to run my trains super fast. So, okay, Charles says, I have seen some of Mystic stuff. Pretty cool. I have everything Bachman right now. I want to keep it Bachman if I can. You know what? Bachman's been around for a long time, and Bachman works. And um, as you grow into the hobby, you'll might venture out from Bachman, but if you want to stay with Bachman, I highly recommend it. It fits everybody's pocketbook, I can tell you that. I mean, I have quite a few Bachman cars, but I don't have any. Well, that's not true. I think I have one Bachman Steam. I have a Bachman Shea, which I've had for many, many, many years, and it's pretty cool. So I love it. So Mystic asks, what brands locals do you have? I run. I want to say it's kind of half and half, or well, I'll just say I run. I run Athearn Genesis, and I run Intermountains. Actually, right now, what's running the NSs, those are scale trains. All of them are scale trains. So, it's a hard one because they're all good, but they all have their differences. And the scale trains to me they're a pretty authentic looking locomotive. So, Mystic says, I am an N scaler now, and I like Bachman and N scale. Great pullers. Yep. Yeah, I mean, Bachman's really, really big. So is, what's the other brand? Kato, however you want to say it. Yeah, and it is. It's all great stuff. And what's neat about Bachman is I saw that you can get it up on Amazon as well. Which makes it really neat. I mean, you can actually build a whole layout just buying from Amazon. But like I said, as you grow into things, and that's if you grow into things, and for the level of hobby, you probably will step up later to a little bit more maybe expensive locomotives, maybe not. It all depends on how big you want to grow your layout. So, but like I said, these NSs right now, those are all scale trains, and I love them. They're just absolutely gorgeous trains. Yeah, I'm gonna move over so you get a little better shot of those. But yeah. And with running the scale trains, I mean, I can run them pretty slow. I mean, this is a pretty heavy load because all these well cars, they're tie cast and they're pretty damn heavy. So, but I would like to say that, in building anyone's layout, even from start, we all get in a rush, but I can just tell you that your track work is everything. Because if your track work isn't up to par, your trains will never run correctly. They'll derail, they'll jump track. So that's one of the only advices I can give to people is your track work is everything. That is the foundation for running your trains. So, okay, Charles says, I'm just getting started in DCC also. Just got my first DC transformer yesterday. I'm practicing and getting used to all the neat functions as we speak. Okay, Charles, so let me ask you, what DC system did you start with? So I want to say that I've entered a lot of live broadcasts even before I went on YouTube, and sometimes it's hard to get a word in, and I'm sure Mystic can vouch for that one. But I really like the live streams that are small, and it makes it more inviting, because me as a host, I can read everybody's comments without getting distracted by someone else. Hey, Jerry. What's going on, my friend? Okay, Charles says Digitrax. Okay, Digitrax is one of the most, I would say, used in the practice. I started with Digitrax, and then I went to actually my layout is run by a right here, a Prodigy wireless. It's an MRC, and as you can see, it to me, it's the simplest thing you could use. I do have NCE. It is hooked up, and but I just have stuck with the MRC because it's just easy for me to use. So okay, Jerry, I got it. Jerry says I'm driving, so I really can't type. I'll be home in a little bit after participate, man. Hey, thank you, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, that's me too. Because when I enter your live streams, I'm driving, for so. But in any case, so okay. Mystic says I've learned so much with my current layout. I made plenty of mistakes to learn from. And you know what, guys? Yeah, I can just tell you, I still make mistakes. And I look at it and I go, why did I do that? And that's the fun of this hobby. You learn, and for me, YouTube was a great tool to learn from a lot of people, and there's a lot of great channels with a lot of great stuff. And like I said, I learned a lot. But the railroading for me, the model railroading for me, started way back. And I think that started with a lot of us, not all of us, but as we were a little kid. And it wasn't until I actually had a place to put a layout. So I actually love G scale too. I put up a lot of G scale layouts in backyards. I think G scales are pretty cool because you can't get more real than that, than real trees, real rock. But I can't do it in my backyard because my dogs will tear it up. So, but I have a beautiful koi pond back there. Okay, Charles says, bro, I am fixing to check out right now and get back to learning this DC stuff. I've enjoyed chatting with you. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. Hey, Mystic. So remind me your layout. If I'm not correct, is it a 2.2 by 5 foot? Is it? Am I correct or? Okay, yeah, 2 foot by 5 foot. Yeah. And again, you know that's a really good size for an end cell layout. I mean, you can pick it up, you can move it, and that's what's neat about it. This layout. No, they're. I mean, believe it or not, all my center section, everything is on wheels. So I could cut it off at certain points and roll it out, but everything that's kind of up against the wall is, I don't know, that might be tough. But that's what's neat about a modular layout. You could take it. Yeah, in the living room. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter, Mystic. I mean, it's it's just, you do it for the love of the hobby, and that's really cool. Yeah, Jerry. You know what? I saw a clip. I saw a clip of you and Rick um, doing doing an N scale out of that green foam the other night, and I just saw it and I clicked onto it, and that's pretty neat. I just saw the foam. I didn't see any track work. Are you any further along on that, Jerry? Yeah, that is a different layout. Yeah, that looks like more like a mountainous layout, which is kind of cool. You can just turn it on and let it run. And speaking of, Mystic, I'm just gonna call you John, if that's okay. John, I this morning actually I got up early and I clicked on YouTube and I don't know why, but I just caught a couple coffee table end scales that were really really cool. Oh, the green foam is. Oh, okay, Jerry, your work's all done. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. But was that in Jerry? Was that in your garage or Rick's garage? Because it kind of looked like your garage, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Mystic did say that. John, you did say that. That is a different layout. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of neat. And that's why I said this morning when I woke up, I just turned on YouTube and I'm like, first thing I saw on YouTube, another shooting in the United States. And then I clicked on to New to You on YouTube, and all of a sudden, just a bunch of coffee tables popped up. So I don't know why that is, but yeah. So John and Jerry, how is that 500 count coming along there? That's pretty crazy. Got to hand it to Rick. I mean, he started what at like 471, and he jumped up to almost 500 like within a day. That's pretty impressive. Okay, Jerry says, yeah, to my garage. I help Rick with the coffee table and build everything we need for the coffee table. There's a playlist for it. Okay. All right. Oh, okay, Mystic. I have seen that name Voodoo too as well. Cool. All right, John. Yeah, I try to call everybody by their first name, but sometimes with the live streams, there's so many people in there that and it's just, you know, I think, I gotta hand it to Jerry. I one night I was watching Jerry. I was watching your live stream, and I think you were inside your house, and you just kind of sat there and said, "Hey, look, if you guys would stop saying hello and hi and everything to everybody, we can get to chatting." And I laughed. I did. I laughed because, I mean, for me, it's kind of like, hey, hello, everyone. And I'm me. I'm good with that because I know everybody saw it. But Jerry, I had to laugh because you were right on the mark. So, yeah, that's true. Yeah. And, I want to say hello to everybody, and everybody wants to get recognized. But at the same time, that night that Jerry did that, I was like, that was right on the mark, you know. And as a matter of fact, last night, I don't forget whose live stream I was. Oh, Artie's. I was on Artie's live stream, and it was a good live stream. But here it is again. You get lost in the context because when you have somebody else come on, it kind of those two people are kind of talking to each other, and it's okay because other people in the live chat, we're all there to chat with each other. But honestly, for me, I'm there for a live chat. I want the host to kind of recognize what's going on, in the comments. And Jerry does a great job of that. And and I'll tell you who else does a great job of that. Dave does a really good job at that. From the Crooked River Eastern Railroad, Dave does a wonderful job at that too. So, and that's why I really prefer to go to the more smaller knit live streams because you know you're here to chat with the host as well. So, well, so far good with my NS train. He's chugging right along. And like I said today, I just decided to pick a different spot to do a quick live stream from. Hey, Mystic, how come you don't do a live stream? Okay. Yeah, that would definitely ruin it. Yeah, like I said, John, for me, this was a big ordeal for me because I'm kind of like I may have mentioned before, kind of a private guy. Because look, I'm in the dark, but no, not really. So this was a big step, but I can tell you, the community has been awesome, and I've really enjoyed everybody's company, and it's been. And I thought to myself, you know what? I would like to do a live stream. Why not? Jerry says, Oh yeah, all cool. It's all fun. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know, and that's what it's all about. I mean, I've met a lot of cool people. And talking about Strasbourg, I would have loved to have taken the time off. I really would. But here it is again. I have to be realistic about my life as well. So yeah, like anything, there's sometimes you just get bored with your layout, and I kind of the last few weeks been kind of in a slump, but it's also because I've been pretty busy at work. So yeah. But this morning I decided to get up and rub down some track, bring some trains up from the bottom, and run and do a quick live stream. And I'm glad I did because I got some great friends on my track. It might be small, but that's okay. I like it. So, and Jerry, I do like your live streams. I do. I mean, they're very personal, and they're it's small, and you do it out of the blue, and I think that's what makes your live streams different from anybody else's. You just put a quick title up there, and bam, you know, and then you're chatting with people, which is cool. Hey Jerry, are you home yet, or are you still on the road? Well, John, I'm going to ask you. So, if you're planning on moving, I mean, do you obviously you would, obviously you do. I mean, do you have plans to expand your layout, or you like it right where it's at? Right on. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I mean, we all say we want to start off small, and I think that's the greatest thing. But in really reality, there is. Hey Bob, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, I said the same thing. Because there's a lot of times I didn't have this kind of room to run trains, so that's cool. I like how you put it, the big Kahuna. Jerry says, yeah, it's just about having fun, hanging out. You like hanging out in your house, on or in your backyard. Yeah, I mean, right? That's what it's all about. Oh, okay, cool, Jerry. So, Bob, welcome to the live chat. And today I just decided just to pop up a live stream and actually run a train on my layout. So, I appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, I did 2 tests a couple times back. This time it wasn't a test. I'm doing like my good friend Jerry does. He just pops up and does a live stream, which I think is pretty cool. So John says, I'm a porch beer smoke saying hi to neighbors. You know what? Good for you, John. That's exactly how I am. And just let me say, in my business, I'm a small family business, and I can just tell you, being a small family business has taught me a lot of things because I appreciate my customers and they appreciate me back. And I believe it or not, I think things are starting to swing the other way because out there in the real world, we're just a number to people. I like to hear that, John. Thank you for posting that. That says a lot about you. Okay, let me go back here. Let me see. Jerry asks how long you've been building the layout. The layout, Jerry, is it's really this portion of the layout, not my 8 by I don't know 12 or 16 up against the wall. Maybe 2 years, Jerry. Maybe. Yeah, there's some weekends where I just close off the world. I shut my phone off, and I just get to it. And there was no plans of this or anything, Jerry. I just made sure, Jerry, that my radiuses were as wide as I can get them, and at least 30. Because when you're running long trains like this, if you're running smaller curves, you're gonna have a derailment. And like I said again, it comes back to track work. So let's see here. Right? Yeah, that's right, Jerry. Yeah, it's like sitting on the porch talking with buddies. Exactly. Okay, Bob says I've been looking at places to live, and one is a trailer, and I have a couple extra rooms. They're not really big, but hopefully I can do something in one if I get a trailer. There you go. It's just like John Mystic, and on my live chance, I'm going to say to everybody, hey, everybody check out everybody's channel, and please give a subscribe to everybody who's on the broadcast here. That's just me. And that's just for me to other fellow modelers. And that's how I roll. Because our industry or our hobby is huge, but what we're doing is very small. So, and Bob, I just started this not more than 5 months ago, going up on YouTube, and I met a lot of great people. And so everybody hook up to everybody's channel. But anyways, thank you again, Jerry. Jerry says, "I like how you did your layout behind you, Daryl. It's like looking into a window." Yeah, here it is again. You go up on all of us. We do. I mean, I do, but I just try to. Yeah, you could put it down on paper, but I just try to envision on what I want. And this part in here. I mean, because most of it's funny because I relate to everything to blue sky because there's really no backdrop to it. So this was just one day I was just goofing around and I just got a paintbrush and I just started painting waves for the backdrop. So it came out okay. I mean, this is not a museum layout. I mean, I don't intend it to be a museum. This is for fun. This is for viewing. This is for running trains. Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. So, Bob, tell us. So, when you do get a place where you can run or build a layout, what scale do you think you're gonna start with? Again, thank you, John. Yeah, I the multiple cameras. Yeah, it's cool. It's just there's so much to look at. And like I said, I've been viewing people's channels and I've been in live chats. And thank you, Bob. I really appreciate that. And what I have found out, and that's why I said, I would like to do a live chat because I want to get personal with the people who are on it. And not to say that down the road it might grow into something bigger. That's just down the road. But I can tell you, okay, Bob says I do have HO and N. That's very good. Mystic Southern Railroad. His name is John, and he has a 2x5. And Jerry has an N scale. So there you go. So I highly suggest that you click onto their channels and give them a sub. And if you think you're going to stick with N, great. But here it is again. You know what? All scales are fun, all of them. So Bob says I grew up with HO, but N is nice too. So I have both. Right. I can just tell you, growing up when I was a little kid, I was Dennis the Menace. Boy, there's a show. I remember my grandpa. Well, I think it was bigger than a 4x8 because it had to, but he ran slot cars and HO's trains. It was the coolest thing. I'll never forget it. It's the coolest. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, Jerry, Bob's already subbed to you, and Mystic John, he gave you a sub as well. Okay. Well, this locomotive right now is running level. It came from the bottom. Yeah, you know what? I did that last time, and I picked up my thing and I started running around with the layout. That was kind of hectic. But yeah, the whole unit came from down on the bottom. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to light up my bottom a little bit. Hold on, guys. Yeah, you really can't see it, but let me turn the computer. So if you can see, you got the top of the table. You've got the trains coming across the lift out bridge, and then you'll see the light down here, kind of down here where the washing machines are. That's where this train is coming up from. And yes, that pulls that whole load up that hill. And here it is again. It's track work. I pride myself on track work because without track work, your trains aren't going to run very good. So there you go. Well, I don't know, but my face got lit up. I don't know what happened there. Huh. That's kind of weird. That's good. Do I look good on camera, guys? I see you. Okay, what's going on in the upper left? Well, here, let me turn this. You mean on top? On top of the layout? That's just crap. But if you're talking about, here, let me turn it a little bit more. Okay, there you go. So that over there is just industries. But you kind of get the view of, now watch, guys, I'm going to do something kind of cool. And I'm going to show you something that most people probably wouldn't do when they're running trains. But I'm going to wait for this one to pass, and then you'll get to see it. There we go. Now I can get through my layout. And like I said, this is 4.5 feet long. That is pretty damn big. And the only reason why I did that, I mean, I prefer not to put those in, but because of the washing machines right there. So, and it makes it and most of the time, guys, that's left up because, you know, I hate dunking other crap, you know, so. And I got a locomotive coming, so here we go. So I got a latch on it, made out of wood, no big deal. And then I set it down. Now the bungee is because the wood twisted on me one side. So the bungee is on the one side that twisted, so I can bungee it and hold it down better. And there you go. That's it. And she's ready to rock and roll. I'm getting a notification for Toilet Paper USA. Should I click onto that or what? What's up with that? Okay, got rid of that. Okay, Jerry says, okay, I see. John says, me too, Bob. Okay. Then we got Jerry says, Daryl, know where you had the camera before? I could see the train coming down the upper right. Your upper right, yeah. Right, yeah, that's on the other side of the layout. But what you're seeing over here, is the bottom. This is the end of it. So, and you know, I've done a video on that. Yeah, Jerry, it is. It's a nice, it's a nice working height. And I wanted it that way because it's just easier to work on. John says, nice lift. Thank you. Yeah, and the lift is actually seen it. So, which is kind of cool. So Bob says, sorry, Bob, I went over there. So Bob says I learned a lot from YouTube railroad community, and yes, I did say that, and I said the same thing, Bob. And you know, that's where I learned a lot of my skills from, and I think that's where a lot of us get stuff from. And like I said, joining live streams, you can meet a lot of people. And you know, before I even went on YouTube, Bob, I mean, I was on live streams, but nobody really knew who I was because I didn't have a channel. So, you know, and a lot of people do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you get into live chats, you get to meet people, and there you go. John says, toilet paper USA, desperate times. Yeah, well, okay. I know Jerry's asked me a few times, hey, Daryl, what do you do? He knows I'm a shredder. Shredder of what? I have a small family business here in California, and we service companies with shred trucks. So we go out to their businesses and we shred their documents. That's what I've been doing for a very, very long time. And that paper, when that paper is done, when it's in my truck, I take it and I bring it back, and I take it to a good friend's place of mine out in Pomona, and they take it and they bale it, and then they sell it off. And I believe most of it goes to Mexico, and they make toilet paper right back out of it. And right now, the price of paper is really good because there's not enough really toilet paper to go around still. They're still trying to play catch up. So there's a little insight on recycling. So, hey, you all good with that view, or do you want me to turn it around? Because I'm kind of not like digging, looking at washing machines. Okay, John says, what is the height of main level? The height is 54 inches, 54 or 55. That was a pretty good guess, Jerry. 50 inches. So John says that's awesome. The shredded paper gets used. Yes. Yes, it does. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm actually in the recycling industry. So have been for a long time. Okay, Jerry, you can move it. It's your call. It's kind of a cool scene because you can kind of see it coming across the board. But let me just turn it back because looking at the washing machines is kind of bugging me. So let me see if I can actually turn it this way. Excuse me, guys, for the. Okay. So there's a shot of the other end of the layout, and there's another lift out bridge. Hi, the plumber, number 33. How are you? Thank you for joining my small live stream. No, Jerry. No. It, it's just one big layout. That's that's the gist of it. It looks like it could be two layouts, but actually on this side, well, here it is again. I kind of really don't want to move it, but okay, guys, just bear with me. Okay. So this side right here, this side of the layout is where it all started from. Okay. This is above my desk, my working desk that I would sit down and, do whatever in the garage. And like I said, this is where it all started from. So actually, this is where I got the height from, because this height on this layout dictated what the rest of my layout was going to do. So if that kind of gives you an insight, yeah, and this side is all different because I can shut off the whole layout. And I can just, in this one area that I just showed you guys, I can just do a little switching, bring engines out of the steam house. And yes, I do run steam. I love steam as well. So, all right. Okay, John. No, I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I really appreciate it. We'll see you soon, John. So the plumber number 33. How did you see my live stream? Okay, cool. So let me ask you: Are you are you do you model trains? Are you thinking about model trains, or you just came across my live stream and just decided to join? Because that's cool too. We don't talk just about trains. We talk about all kinds of stuff. So, and this is a small live stream, so maybe I should kind of, yeah. See now when I turn my laptop, the lighting, yeah. Thinking maybe I should start learning. I should start putting up like a portable light because yeah, you're kind of not really seeing my face, but it's not really about seeing my face. It's really about seeing what's behind me. Okay, this is I do and in a club. Cool. NHO. So I'm in Southern California, in well, let's just say the San Gabriel Valley. So where are you chatting from? Okay, cool. Virginia. Right on. Yep, and Jerry's from the great state of Pennsylvania. Beautiful state. All right, that's cool. So you had an old town and had its annual Rail Fest yesterday. Cool. So do they have like old trains, or did people had layouts, or how was that run yesterday? Okay, Bob says he's in Michigan. Right on. Yeah, I there's not too many of us guys out on the west. I mean, everybody's on the East Coast for really for model railroaders. I mean, there is quite a few people on the West Coast, but they're more kind of quiet, I guess. I don't know, but because I'm on the West Coast, you know, here I am. Okay, this plumber says I love N scale. If my uncle hadn't given me so much HO stuff to get started, I would have went to N. Yeah, Jerry's an N scale guy. Check Jerry out on YouTube. Give him some love. Yeah. Okay, also Lego layouts, multiple club layouts, train rides, bouncy houses, normal carnival stuff. Okay, that's cool. Well, it sounds like you had a great time, and that's what it's all about. And I'm sure the weather was pretty good. I know a weather storm just passed through Florida. I was watching the news this morning. Some parts of Florida got flooded, but for the most part, I think they fared out pretty good. Hey, guy. No, guy. This is in my garage, buddy. Glad to have you on, my friend. So here it is, my UP Cup. And again, I'm partially UP, but I love running all the Class 1 railroads. And I'll say it and I'll keep saying it. I get pretty bored pretty quick. So I like to see different color on my layout. And that's what it's all about. So, so Guy, you're just hanging out today? So for all you guys on my chat, Guy is a longtime friend of mine. We went to high school together. Hey, Digger. How you doing, my buddy? Okay, Plumber says he's got a loop, but nothing special. Hey, you know what? That's where we all get started from. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. And for me, it's just the love of the hobby. So, Plumber, let me get this right. Okay, I know you said HRN, but are you running the HO loop or an N scale loop? Thanks, Guy. Yeah, I just, today I was just messing around and I thought my last live stream, a couple of people asked me, hey, how come you don't have a train running? So today I just decided to do a live stream. What I was doing this weekend today kind of got blown out. So here I am. That's okay. I'm enjoying myself. And I had a lot of neat people on live chat. So, okay, all HO. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So Jerry says, Plumber, that's cool. My layout isn't special either, but we'd like to see what each other is doing. So we can share the layout. And that's what this is all about. And I will say, well, hello, Susanna. Welcome to our live stream. It's a very small live stream. That way we can be upfront and personal with everybody. And thank you for joining. Hey, Digger, I know you're across the pond, but if you don't mind me asking, like, what time is it? What time is it where you are? I don't know how many hours in front of us you are, because I'm in Southern California. Just again, I'm just telling anybody. Okay. Susanna says, I'm from Great Britain. Came across your layout recently and really enjoyed it. Cool. I really appreciate that. And again, thank you for stopping by. Okay, there we go. So Digger just said it, and I said this earlier. So, hold on. I like to tell everybody, whoever's on the live chat, please give fellow model railroaders a subscription, because we're all in the hobby together, and I think that's very important. We all need to support each other. So hold on, guys. I'm going to write her channel down because I'm kind of still computer illiterate in that way, but um, all right. Let me see here. I got. Oh, okay. That's how you do that. All right. There we go. I just learned something new today. I'm still new at this, guys. Okay, so. Okay, I'm going back because I need to write down some things. Go ahead, guys. Chat some on yourself. I'm just one big left-hander here. All right. Okay, thank you, Jerry. Okay, 8. Okay, it's 5 for you, 5 hours ahead, and 8 for me. Yeah, that's okay. So that's not too late for Digger. Yeah, the Plummerses, double O and HO are very similar. Yeah, they are. Yeah, and and here it is again. To me, it doesn't matter what scale anybody's running. I mean, for me, I've learned that when I get into a live chat, I try to write everybody's names down and I look them up and I give them a sub, just because it's a small community, and I think we all share the same hobby, and I think it's important to boost each other up, and I think it's important. So, but like I said, Jerry, I like coming on Jerry's live streams when I can, but most of the time it's during the daytime, and I'm on the road driving because I'm in Southern California. So, but I like Jerry's live streams, and also Dave's channel, the Crooked River Eastern Railroad. You guys do a really, really good job. Okay, Jerry's asking, what track and turnouts do I have? Okay. Jerry, my track work, I used to run all 100. And then I just saw someone's layout that had code 83 up close and personal. And I looked at the 100 and I looked at the 83 and I'm like, wow, what a difference. And to me, it was a huge difference. So I set everything to code 83 and all my switches are Pico. And all my frogs, all my switches are number 8s and they're all electro frogs. If that answers your question, Jerry. Susanna says, I do love Mr. Torres, Daryl. That's right. That's right, plumber. A train is a train, and I can't stress that enough. You know, and like I said, I like doing G scale too as well outdoors. Um, and I wanted to put one in my backyard, but my dogs will just tear it up. Okay, Jerry. Jerry says I'm all Pico as well. Yeah, it's either you love it or hate it because there's been a lot of people who just dislike Pico, and you know it's just your preference what works with. And the Picos work great for me. You know the number eights I just unbox them and glue them down, and that's it. I don't do anything else to them other than wire on each side. So Jerry says he's code 55, and I think that's kind of common with N scale. Okay, Bob says I have a lot of both, but was thinking HO. Yeah, you know, Bob, here it is again. It really doesn't matter. I mean, whatever you know. Well, really, N scale for me, it's really small. And okay, well, one thing with N scale is okay. Trucks. I love trucks. So if you'll notice, if you go on my channel, you'll see in a lot of my videos, you'll see trucks. And you know, with N scale, you can't get those kind of trucks. So you know, that was one of my deciding factors in sticking with HO because I love trucks and I love industries and I like to put them in the industries. So Jerry says that train is running. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know how long I've been on, but yeah, it's never skipped a beat. And here it is again, guys. I mean, you know, I watch a lot of guys and I laugh because just they'll run them, they'll run them so damn fast that you know it, and that's okay. I mean, that's fine. Me, I like to watch the trains and I like to watch them running slow. And that's part of the reason why it is running kind of slow. Maybe not prototypical slow, but you know, I like where the speed's at. So the plumber says, well, let me go back. Okay, the plumber says me too. Okay, Bob says, but N would give me more layout in a trailer. Yes, and that's the give and take. You just said the word. It gives me more room. And I think that's why a lot of people choose. And let me tell you, N scale has come a long way. N scale, I mean, there's a lot of layouts that I see that are very, very realistic looking. And like I said, even the locomotives in N scale today are they just blow me away. But just for me, I've always had HO. So I've always stuck with HO. Okay, Plumber 33 says code 100 is what I use. I run a lot of old equipment, but with big flanges. Okay. You know, and that's perfectly fine. Code hunt, you know, Code 100 is pretty much one of those codes you can pick up anywhere. And it's a nice code because you can run older stuff. See, with the Code 83, not going to happen. Bob, well, you said what I was thinking, and Bob says, but with my eyes, N scale would get harder as I age. Absolutely, you know that's what it is for me. I mean, even with my HO, when I get a little bit more into deep and deep into it, I have to put on my glasses. So N scale for me would be one of those things where it's kind of different. But I do have N scale, and I have locomotives with sound. And I was thinking about doing a little N scale that I can hook on to my bench, and I can just run them back and forth, maybe do some switching because I do like N scale. It's pretty cool. Okay, Susanna says, I love the size and presentation of a lot of American layouts. Thank you. So let me ask you a question, Susanna. What is your, you know, I'm going to go up on your channel when I'm done, especially with you, Bob, and I'm both going to give you a sub, and I'm going to put the bell on, and Mr. Plumber number 33, I'm going to do the same for you. I mean, you know, if you're okay with that. But what what are you running, Susanna? Are you running American? Okay? You or UK trains? Okay, the plumber says UK trains are highly intriguing. I want to get trains from most countries around the world. Would be a great lunch. Yeah, no, yeah, you're actually, and that's here it is again. That's what it's all about. I can't I can't see as well anymore. It frustrates me. Well, I think that's what it is for me with N scale. That's another part of it because as I get older, it's yeah, guy, you're right. It sucks getting old. Okay, so Jerry just commented and it says, Susanna, I popped over to your channel and your layout looks amazing. Okay, modern UK double O gauge. All right, okay. So I'm sure everybody's familiar with Kathy Millett. Now I've subscribed to her channel a long time ago, and I really dig her layout. And I watched not too long ago that Kathy tore her layout down, and that's kind of sad. And I think Kathy just kind of got bored with modeling trains because she's doing so many great things. And I'm still subscribed to Kathy. So there you go. Kathy, dude. Susanna says class 66, for example. Okay. She also said she did indeed. Jerry goes, Kathy, who? Yes, Bob. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Yes. Because I just recently purchased some locomotives. And when I bought them, I'm like, holy cow, that's almost expensive as my nice scale trains. Yeah, Digger, she is. She's a fantastic modeler. And you know, irregardless, when I was watching her, you know, I didn't go, oh well, she's not in model trains anymore. I'm going to unsubscribe for her. No, absolutely not. No, I've watched some of her latest builds. She's an exceptional modeler. Okay, Susanna says, I celebrate 10 years on YouTube. And that is really, really cool. Susanna, I just got started. I think I'm going in my 6th month of doing YouTube. And I just want to say it was tough for me because I'm kind of private. So, but this has been a wonderful experience. I mean, I've met a lot of cool people, and I just met some really new people today. So, oh, okay. Well, I don't remember her saying that. Okay, Digger says she didn't get bored with it at all, Daryl. She's building a brand new layout based on real place in Wales. Go over and check it out. Okay, I must have missed that one. Okay, Jerry says, Bob, you're right. It makes me mad when I see M scale for 200 and it can only buy HO for the same or a little more. And it's true. HO, I mean, the N scale's gotten really expensive. Yeah. Well, everything's gotten expensive. I mean, I went here to a local big box store and get my favorite chips, and I looked at it. I looked at they're like little bags, and I looked at the whole box, and I'm like, it's $3 more than it was a month ago when I went to go buy it. $3 more. I said, I ain't buying that. But last night I sat down to watch some TV, which I don't really do very often. I went over to go get my favorite chips, and I remembered you didn't buy it because they were $3 more. So I had a bowl of Cheerios. There you go. Yeah, no, the price of stuff is getting really expensive. So Digger says there's a book she has written recently, released, but it's selling out fast. And it's on YouTube being sold as twice the retail price, called Billing Realistic Model Scenery. Well, what do you know? I must have not gone that far. So, also, Digger, Kathy is a very good friend of mine. Loves her work. Yeah, no, like I said, I've been watching Kathy for a long time, and she does. She loves her work, and she's a very, very good modeler. And that's cool, Digger, to be friends with somebody like that. Hey, Digger, you get any tips from her? Yeah, Susanna. Yeah. Well, yeah, and plus you can, and plus you can do so much more with N scale. And Digger says, "Me too, Susanna, but it's just as costly." Well, I'm really, guys and gals, I'm just really enjoying this live chat. It's turned out to be very personal, and that's cool. It's very small, and that's where I like it. And okay, the plumber says I used to run nitro RCs. Wow, there's something that's really cool. That's crazy. There's an very expensive hobby. That's cool. That's cool, Digger. Yes, I do indeed. She will always help wherever she can. And it's great to know people like that. Hey, John. Welcome to my very small personal live session. So, John, just to give you an overview, I did 2 live streams. They were test only, and everybody said the last live stream, "Hey, how come you're not running any trains?" So today, I just decided what I was actually doing today got blown out. So I spent a little time bringing the trains up from the bottom, and here I am just chatting with everybody and running a train. That's it. Susanna says yes. There's always something to learn, no matter what gauge, era, or country they model, and absolutely, um, I subscribe to a lot of guys down in Australia, the UK. Everywhere. Even a couple in Japan. So, and that's what I love about this hobby. You know. Yep, just running trains, John. Now, John is one of those guys that before I was even up on YouTube, I really enjoyed his up and small and personal layout that he built. And John, I've been a subscriber to you for a long, 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 long time, and just like with a lot of people here. Um, but like I said, John, I just started this like 5 months ago. So, so John, I got a question for you. So, are you getting back into the layout business, or excuse me, guys? I'm going to grab my UP cup and take a swag. Okay, Digger says that's true, Susanna. It's a massive learning curve in this hobby. That's why I like watching other channels. There's lots of ideas to borrow. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Digger. There is. Thank you, John. And again, John, like I said, I've watched you just like everybody else, and I even watched a couple of your live streams. But it just, John, 5 months ago, I just decided to put my work up on YouTube, and I'm glad I did because I've met a lot of great people. So yes, John did. John had a really cool, and what I liked about it is like I said, it was small and it was impressionable, and it had a lot of great detailing to it, and that's what makes it neat. So again, I'm going to tell everybody again, whoever's on this chat, please help our please help all of our fellow model railroaders. Go up on their channels, give them a sub, and punch that like button. Really, because I've just heard, where was I yesterday on a live chat? It was hard for me to get anything in. Oh, it was Artie's and Ray's channel, and they were kind of talking about it. They were kind of talking about it, but the right words just didn't come out. Because they were talking about how small this community really is, and they were talking about other channels, how they've got tens and thousands. Well, we can all do the same thing by helping each other out. So I really ask people, hey, go up on everybody's channels that you see on the live chat, give them a subscribe, give them love, smash that like button. Thank you, John. John says, laugh out well. Thanks. Your layout is looking awesome. Cool. And Jerry says, John had a cool HSL, shelf layout. Yes, he did. Okay, John. Yes, slowly. I moved. Yeah, so I am building a new layout. Yeah, I saw your one clip of it coming out of it. Looked like it was coming out of a wall. So Jerry says, derail Daryl. Glad you shared your layout. with people and promotes the hobby. It's a win. Oh, now it's John. Okay. No, this is all right. Jerry says, glad you shared your workout and started joining the streams. Yeah, me too. John says it's a great post, your work. You will inspire people with promotes the hobby. It's a win. Thank you, John. And like I said, John, I just, right now as I saw your name popped up here, your layout comes in my vision. So it was very, very good work. And your layout is very, very inspiring. So I can just imagine what you're going to give us down the road. Susanna says, it's the reason why I started on YouTube, because I found the model railroad clubs to clicking and found the YouTube community be fab and more helpful. Yeah, absolutely. Digger says, I agree. I agree, Susanna, and we have a great community, and we're here to support one another channels. Absolutely, and like I said, last night it was kind of frustrating because I was trying to get their attention, but nobody was reading my lines, and I just want to say they hit the nail on the head. They just didn't say it, and I think that's what they really wanted to say. That's okay, because I'm an upfront personal guy. I said it. Hey, everybody who's on here, look up everybody's channel. Give them love. Give them give them a sub and give them a like, and let's share this hobby together. And for me, it's kind of like one of those things. It's almost been like there's almost somebody going live every night or somebody's posting. So I've almost found myself lately just like, wow, I've been really involved in everybody's stuff. And that's okay. I love it. I love all of it. And I'm glad you are all here. It may be a very small posting right here, but you know what? Me as the host, I can actually talk to everybody. Okay, Digger says, got to take a call, so I'm still here, but on mute for a while. That's okay, Digger. I'm here. I'm here for as long as everybody wants to chat. Yeah, guys and gals, this is I'm impressed. This has been running now for, I don't know. Let me see here. I don't know if it says how long I've been on. No, it hasn't been. I don't want to touch anything on the screen because I'm not really computer savvy yet. So I know we've had to been on for a while. John says, laugh out loud. Excited to start the next chapter. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know everybody's looking forward to it, John. Hey, John, are you going to stick with HO scale? So Plumber says, I'm planning a module of spaces. Start base facility. Star base. Okay, I understand the module. Oh, okay. I'm planning a SpaceX store base facility. Okay. Well, that will be interesting. That's cool. Wow, Jerry, I've been on that long. Wow. It's gone by so fast. Wow, this train's been running pretty good for that hour and a half. Wow. Yeah, that really is Plumber 33. That is really, really cool. Plumber says I'm a space geek. Nothing wrong with that. I guess you can say. Yeah, I guess you could say we're almost all train geeks too. But okay, John. John says yes. I'll most likely build a bigger version of the previous layout. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we're all looking forward to that build, John. Absolutely, because you have been a big inspirer for the community. Yeah, I just wish myself I would have done this a long time ago because there's a lot about my layout that I could have shared with people in the build. But like I said, I'm here now, and you know, I'm totally digging it. It's really, really cool. And so, so Jerry says, yeah, those locals are nice runners. What are they? Okay, these ones have been running like this for the last hour and a half. These are scale trains, all of them. They're all scale trains. I love them, and they haven't skipped a beat. And that's a pretty long train. I would say I probably got 30, 35 feet behind those first engines. That's pretty long. Thank you, Plumber. I appreciate that. Plumber says, is glad to be here. Nice, relaxing evening. Yeah, it's a nice, relaxing afternoon for me because I'm hours behind you guys. Susanna says, do you drive for a living? Yeah, I guess you could kind of say, yeah, I do drive for a living. And it's kind of funny because it goes back to Jerry's live streams. Usually when Jerry puts a live stream, because Jerry's very random about it. And that's what I like about Jerry's live streams. They're completely random. And um, so when I'm driving, I try to text while I'm driving, but I shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, I do. I drive. I have a small family business here in Southern California, and I do what you call document shredding. So I go to people's and places and businesses for their documents, and I pull it out of their bins, and I take it out to my truck, and I shred it right there on site. We also have a facility in store, and oh, okay, me too. I drive buses. Okay, are you do you drive buses for public or for school? Thank you, John. John says, I appreciate the kind words. It's a tough leap to put yourself out there into YouTube. Yes, and I can tell you that. And I can just tell you that, no lie, um, I put out some shorts, and lo and behold, I got some dislikes on my shorts. I'm like, really? So I immediately started going through other people's model railroads, shorts. I don't see one dislike on any of them. And that really bummed me out. I'm like, are you serious? I couldn't believe it. But I guess, I was already warned about this, John. You're going to have haters no matter what. You're going to have someone who's going to come on and who's going to this is how they start out, people. They start out by complimenting you, and then right after the compliment, they go right in for the kill. I don't get it. Okay, Plumber says, look up Boca Chica, Texas, and SpaceX. Okay. Rome is flying. Laugh out loud, not Rome. Plumber 33 says, indeed a train freak. My wife laughs, says I play with HO trains. Well, okay, that's funny that you said that because, Plumber 33, go to my videos, give me a subscribe, punch that like button, and go up and watch one of my videos because you're going to see exactly what your wife just said. And I'm going to say it right here. Usually how I start out my videos, I go, hello, my name is Daryl, and I play with trains. That's my intros. So go out and check out my videos. Okay, Jerry says, don't let the dislikes bug you. They don't even watch. They just hate. Yeah, I know. And believe it or not, it took me a couple days to get out of that mode. And I just remembered that, like what John says, it's tough putting yourself out there on YouTube. It is. But I would say 99% of the time, people have been wonderful. So that's what I have to look forward to. Okay, John says I filmed for okay, and we didn't know that. I filmed for about 2 years, but never got the courage to actually upload. Okay, let me go back to okay. Uh, Susanna says general public, single and double deckers. Cool. Susanna, when I just read what you put down, what came to me and what came to my mind was that movie. Werewolf in London. I don't know why, but when I read your words and you said public and single double deckers, for some reason that movie, I think it's American Werewolf in London. Awesome movie. Awesome. And for like the scenes, the buses. Don't ask me why I couldn't tell you, Susanna, but that's what came to my mind. So Plumber 30 says bad publicity is better than no publicity. People are watching. And you know what? That's true. That's true. So John, back to yours. I filmed for about 2 years, but never got the encourage to actually upload. I guess it's. I guess I didn't even know where to start with this, but I just did it one night. And if you go back on my first page, my first video was a video of my mountain scenery on the other side that took me probably about, I don't know, almost a year to actually finish. But that was my first YouTube video. And for days I watched. In the middle of the night, I got up. Nothing. I got no views. I kind of got discouraged. But then after 3 or 4 days, I started getting people. And then I started seeing subscriptions. So, yeah, it was kind of tough for me in the beginning. So I totally get it. Thank you, Susanna. I love that intro. It makes me smile. So Bob says they always tell me I play with trains. I correct them. I say I operate them. And that's the same thing. Whether you're operating, whether you're playing with them, it's all the same. I just thought to myself, I go, I really just want to put myself out there. And if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to come out with a neat intro. And that's what I have stuck with. I've just stuck with that. Not in all of my videos, but laugh out loud. Plumber 33 says, no, I'm playing. That's right, John. John says most with the strongest options don't post videos or even model, and that is correct. They're just haters. I think Jerry said the same. They just hate, and I don't understand why. I really, really don't. John says, yeah, that's why when I actually started uploading, my layout was almost complete. And see, that's where my layout was when I started posting, because I've had, I think I've had more people ask me about the other side of the layout, the mountain area. And because I've had a lot of people, hey, how did you do that? So since I'm still new to this, I'm still trying to learn how to post videos. So yeah. And now with people that I watch to on YouTube who just started out or maybe been on YouTube for a while and they've got like umpteen videos, I'm trying to help and coax them to say, hey, post videos on how you're doing things. Plumber says that's why I went to post a video of my layout, but after the stream, I'm going to work on that. It's all a learning curve, and trust me, I'm still learning, but I'm getting the hang of it because this community, I'm probably no different than any other community, is it's a cool community, And, we all have the love for the same, and that's what it's all about. Giving each other love. And that's what I strongly want to address on my live streams. Hey, you're seeing people, you're talking to people. Let's give people some love here. Write down their names, write down their channels, give them a sub, like, punch that like button. That's giving love to us fellow model runs. It helps everybody grow. So Plumber says, John, that's why that's why they're watching, brother. Don't let them get you down. Susanna says, I love Burr Stewart. Have much fun with trains. I'm actually sub to Burr Stewart as well. And he's really got some cool stuff. And I believe he's in the state of Washington, if I'm not correct. Plumber 30 says, don't say HO, read it. Yeah. Hey, John, did I hear you're becoming a pilot or you are a pilot? Yeah, that's funny. Like the girl on the corner, right? Well, I can tell you that's a lot. There's a lot of that here, especially in Pomona. The plumber says double-decker buses from Harry Potter. First thing I picture. See, and there you go. And I, Susanna, I couldn't tell you why, but when you said you drive for double, I mean that movie, American Werewolf in London, came to my head. An awesome movie. Yeah, Susanna, it is. It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful locomotive. But here it is again with my layout, Susanna. I'm partial to UP. I mean, as you can see here, part of my yard. I mean, these are a lot of my. I mean, I've got UP everywhere, but I like color when I'm running trains. So I run all the Class 1 railroads, and I believe it or not, I've been thinking about buying UK trains, like a train from UK or even Australia. So, Susanna, could you give me a tip on what trains that may fit my layout here appropriately? Okay, John says I fly professional. Yes, John, professionally. Um, That's cool, John. That's very cool. I can tell you one thing. I have friends that fly. I have a friend who flies for CHP. He flies helicopter, and I can tell you, he's a very smart individual, and that says a lot about pilots right there, because I remember him doing a lot of charts, a lot of arithmetic, which was way beyond me. So hats off to you, John. Good for you. Okay, Susanna says, so are you sub to Everson? Yes. And are we talking about gosh, I can't think of the name, but I know he's in Panama. Susanna, are we thinking of the same guy? Yeah, just his name's just not coming to my head right now. Hold on, guys. I'm going to be out of frame for just a second. Okay. Okay, Susanna says class 66 of UK freight and are American made with American engines. Check them out on YouTube. Okay, class 66s. Yeah, because I even have I even run well, I can probably just show you, but I do run Steam, but let me turn it around right there. Okay, so this is my Steam. These are where my Steam engines are. So I've got here it is again, a Bachmann Shea, and I believe this is a Boxman, and in this bay is, I forget what it is. Oh yeah, it's the UP844. So I love running Steam every once in a while. So that would be, and thank you, Susanna. I've been thinking about looking up and running some UK trains, just something completely different, because my attention span is short. So I just thought I would show you guys that. Here we go. All right, let me get out. Let me get out of the. All right, it's better for over me. Okay, so John says I fly a Challenger 350. Okay, so you fly corporate. Wow. Good for you, John. Really, I mean, that is really cool. Plumber says sweet. Susanna says Daryl Daryl Cruz, I think. Okay. That Evanston sub. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny because believe it or not, his name is spelled the same way. Yes, I am sub to the Evanston sub, uh, um, inspired by an N scale layout. Yes, been subscribed to him for a very very long time, and I've watched him when he had N scale. So here it is again, people. I subscribe to everybody. I don't care what scale you got, because if you're posting on YouTube, you're posting in a community that is small, and there's a lot of large channels out there, and you kind of don't get recognized. You kind of, I don't know what it is. You kind of have to do something different. But yeah, that's funny that you said that. Yeah, Daryl Cruz. Now, Susanna, I thought you were talking about the guy. I think it's Ron, or he's out of Panama. He does N scale. Okay, Bob says, oh, that's it, Roy. That's it, Roy Smith. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for that. There are two Roy Smith does N scale, and there, Daryl. Cruz that does HO, and the Evanses. Yes, they're very close. So Daryl does the HO version here in the United States, and Roy Smith is in Panama. His is the Evanson N scale subdivision as well. So there you go. And Roy's been doing this for a long time, and I had the pleasure of Roy subbing to me. So there you go. And Roy Smith's got a really cool channel. He really, really does. And he's very, I would guess you could say that he's very isolated, because I don't think you could go down to any train store in Panama. Yeah, John. That, and yeah. So John says, yes, Daryl. Cruz is building an HO. Daryl Cruz was an N scaler, but when he moved to his new property, he went HO. And then Roy Smith builds it in N scale. And Roy Smith is in Panama. Yes, I am, John. Yes, and I am subscribed to Ever Junction as well. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, so the plumber says I'm subscribed to both Everson and Everett. Very good. Okay, Susanna says he put up a layout update yesterday. I think he did. Richard from Ever Junction. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of neat tips from watching modelers from all over the world, and especially there in the UK, and especially Ever Junction. So, and that's what's neat about this hobby. Well, I think that's neat about every hobby. I mean, if you actually get into the community. So, and that's what it's all about. I mean, for me, honestly, really honestly, people, I mean, really for me, going on YouTube was just for me, hey, if I could put out something and somebody watches it and then they contact me by, comment, go, hey, how did you do that? Could you help me? If I help just one person on YouTube, just one, to me, that was all well worth the effort of going on YouTube. And that's what it is for me. And I've really helped quite a few people. So Bob says, I think Roy has to get most of his stuff from the United States. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, I would imagine so. Because like I said, it's not like Roy can get in his car and make a half an hour drive and go around the corner to a model train store. I don't think that exists in Panama. And John says, yes, I have been watching him for years. Brilliant modeler. Shows even with different prototype interest, we can learn from all modelers. Exactly, John. And that's exactly with my layout. But me, I'm still learning. I'm still learning that I need to slow down and I need to go step by step and show people actually how I'm doing it. So I've already achieved what I set out to do on YouTube, and it was a big jump and a big leap for me. So, but I am enjoying it. Susanna says, I've learned a lot from you guys in the US. Well, thank you. She also says, I do love narration and op sections. Yes. I haven't, I've done a few ops, but I kind of look how, I kind of watch other people's videos to kind of get an idea what people are actually interested in and what keeps them watching. And I still just haven't figured that out yet. And maybe I shouldn't figure it out. Maybe I should just be myself. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm just being myself. I stopped kind of figuring out what people want to see because everybody's fickle. And you go up on some channels, no lie. I'm not going to put any names out there, but no lie. There's some channels out there that've got tens of thousands of subscribers. Doesn't post very often, but filthy mouth. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how people subscribe to people like that, but they do. And so I don't get it. I don't get it. So let me see what's going on here. It says, okay. So it says, Susanna says, I do love the narration op sessions. Susanna also says it brings it to life. Yes, and that is true. I think on my channel, I think I've done one, maybe two. And I'm thinking that's maybe what I'm going to start doing is maybe a little bit more. Let's see. What does Jerry says? Don't waste your time trying to figure out what people want to see. Just do what you do. Just do what you like. And yeah, and you're right, Jerry. That's what I did say. I've stopped trying to figure it out because, like everybody else's, I like my channel to grow, but at the same time, I've already accomplished what I set out to do. And I believe I've helped, and I'm still helping a few people out there. And that's what I set out to do. But as far as videos, as far as everything, I was just trying to figure out, and I stopped. So now I'm just being me. So that's why I decided, today, I know there's probably some live streams going on elsewhere, but I just decided to pop up and do a live stream because the last time I did a live stream, everybody goes, hey, how come you're not running a train? You got a cool layout, run a train. So here I am. So Susanna says, terminology is very different from US to UK. Okay, so like, elaborate on that. What do you mean by it's different? Like, and of course, I get what you're saying, Susanna. I mean, that would be for any country. But if maybe you can give us or give me an example, what do you mean? So why she'll answer that, John? I got another question for you. So John, so I know you're going back to HO. So are you sticking to a place, or you just kind of freelancing your layout? Okay, Susanna. Okay, Bucks. Okay, Jerry says UK calls railcar boggies. Did I get that correct? Boggies. Okay, well, okay, I get it now. That would be like trucks. They call trucks in the UK lorries. Okay, that's cool. I think we call our trucks here. There's many names in the United States that we call trucks: tractor trailers, semis, 18-wheelers. So, okay, I got it now. So Susanna says switching is shunting. Okay. Switches, turnouts are points. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so so now that brings me back to when I'm watching some of the UK channels, they do say points. Okay, well, Susanna, they say you learn something new every day. So I just learned something new. And she also says cars or wagons, interesting. Or coaches, interesting. Joy says maybe I spelled it wrong. That's okay. We're not having a spelling contest, Jerry. Okay, John says I'm freelancing the location, but the industries will be actual prototypical industries from various locations where I grew up. Very good. Now, a touch on my layout, kind of like what John said. I thought to myself, you know, I would like to do what I see on the freeway systems here all the time. But then I started thinking about it and I started thinking, you know what? I just want to have fun with my layout. That's it. I just want to have fun. I just want my layout, guys, people, it is modern, period. But I do run different things. I do run street Steam on it, and that's the fun of it. And I just wanted to build something that I can have fun with. And there is a name for the layout. It's in the description. It's called the Desert Center HO Scale Shelf Switching Layout. It doesn't really matter what it's really called, but and none of this was on paper. So here I am. I'm just having fun. So, and I give props to people who want a prototypical and want a prototype because it's kind of really hard to do. So Plumber says, "Sweet John." Hey, did we lose Digger? That's right, Susanna. That's what it's all about. Having fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have a lot of fun. And you know what? Also, it's a great stress reliever, especially being on here. I'm sure it's the same anywhere, especially being on the freeway system because everybody wants to cut me off. It's just amazing. There's nobody behind me, but they want to speed up, cut in front of me, and almost narrowly miss the turnoff. All just to do what? In my eyes, cause a serious accident. So when I get home, I just kind of detox and I'll come out to my garage. And even if even if I just come out here and just turn on a train and listen to it run, perfect. Hey, look who's here. Artie. What's up, Artie? Yeah, Artie, we're just having a little fun, just hanging out. A little small chat room. The last time I did live stream, I didn't have a train run, and I think I got reamed for that. So I got a train running, but I'm in a different location of my layout. Happy birthday, Artie. Artie, was it your birthday? Did I hear that? Well, happy birthday, brother. You don't look a day over 21. And that's probably from smoking all that outback grass. You're welcome, my buddy. Oh, hey, James. I just saw you popped in. Good night, Susanna. Artie, you're funny. Artie says you're welcome over any time, rent free and work free. Yeah, James, I thank you for coming on. No, I just, my last two live streams, they were just test only, and I just decided since I kind of got said, hey, you got a nice big layout, run some trains. So I just decided since what I had going on today got blown out, so I just decided to rub down some track and run a train for everybody. Actually, this locomotive that's coming up, you guys, has been running ever since this live stream. So now probably an hour and 45 minutes that this train's been running. So enjoy. Hey, Adrian. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. My poor locomotives here, they've been going for about an hour and 45 minutes, probably close to 2 hours. Okay, Bob, thank you for joining. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Artie says I had a massive pileup after my stream. Plumber says, and that's today's straight to the point. Peace out. Okay. All right, Plumber. Have a good one. Okay. So Adrian asks, "What decoders do you have in those locomotives?" They're the locomotives that you're seeing run right now. These are all scale trains. I'm kind of like one of those people who are not really electrically in to put decoders in. So yeah, these are all scale. So all my locomotives. Well, here let me just switch over here since you just came on, Adrian. So all these locomotives right here. These are all they're either scale trains. There's Atheron's RTER in there, ready to roll trains. I've got Intermountain in there as well. And I think I did say Atheron Genesis. And all the trains that I buy, Adrian, they already have decoders. They're already decked out. So there you go. That answers your question. Artie says, I had a train end up in the turntable pit and a freight train backed into the passengers too. Sorry to hear that. I got a turntable that I'm starting to build. I just haven't got to it yet. And I didn't think I was going to put my turntable in, but here it is again. I like all aspects of what you can do with model railroading. And since I had the place and room to put it, so I'll be posting maybe something on that. So John, interesting question. So you're a professional pilot, you fly corporate. So where do you fly? Do you have a base and do you fly out from there? Just a question, just interesting. You're welcome, Adrian. Adrian says, okay, good to know. I have to start putting on mine, and that's why I asked. So Artie, so what are you doing anything? Did you do anything special? Because I know you, Ray, and Jason did a live stream last night. So James, are you 95? Okay, John says, yeah, I live near the plane is based, and we fly common spots where the businessmen are and where their owner lives. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So now, John, how long have you been doing this? Because I know there's a lot of training in that. So I would imagine, you've had some years behind you to do this. So, like, when did you get started with flying? All right, I'm gonna see if the horn works. Hey, it does work. Oh wow, John says he's been flying for 15 years. Wow, gotta hand it to you, John. That's a lifetime career, my friend. It was a long process, but the job is very good. Good quality of life. Exactly. You got it. Exactly. And from what I understand, there's still not enough pilots to fly all the planes. So you're in a very, very good industry, a very high demand industry. Good for you. That's right, Artie. Pretty lucky there. Nope. Nope, Artie, never made it. Nope. Never even made it. I got called out. I actually got called out late Saturday evening. I had a customer who needed to be out of the building, and I have to go. I have to go where my customers call me. So it's okay. I can do that anytime here. I can go out shooting anytime. Yeah, kind of missed it, but it's okay. Made pretty good money. That's what it's about. So, guys, what do you think about my live stream? Do you think it's up close? It's up personal? It's cool? I mean, there's nothing special going on. I mean, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Artie. Well, that's good. Now I can, maybe I can get in the community and do some live streams. But like I said, I kind of like how Jerry does his. It's just kind of off the cuff, you know. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. And like I said, what's neat about my layout is I can move to different places and do live streams. So that's what I decided to do this time. I got away from my beach scene because that's where I did both of my first live tests from. And don't get me wrong, I love the beach scene. It's a beautiful scenery, and it's very bright. And I just decided today, hey, I'm going to do it from this side of the table and just do something different. So, so that's what I kind of like do. Artie says, yeah, do that. We all do at times. Yeah. But it would also be kind of cool if I can get on a schedule. My problem is my industry's kind of crazy. And I'm sure John could attest to that one too, because, like I said, I got a text last night when I was sleeping and said, hey, we need this building. We need this building. And we got, hundreds of boxes that need to be out and moved. So there you go. And I'm sure John's on a schedule like that too. He may get a call, and say, hey, I have to go. I have to fly. So, but yeah, I would like to kind of do a live stream that was, maybe during maybe the middle of the week, but I don't know. I kind of like how this is going. They just kind of pop up. So Adrian says clean and simple, without flashing lights, etc. And also what I liked about this side for setting up for a live stream was I'm not bothered by what's going on the other side of the layout. And again, that's why I built this side, because at first I was going to leave it open, and I thought, you know what? I don't care what's going on that side. When I'm in this area, there's so much to do in this area, so much. So I thought, I'll live stream from over here today. And it's turned out pretty good. Okay, Jerry says, can your shredder do other things besides paper? Yes, but I really don't. I really don't do that, only for the sit and tap, because Jerry, you did make the comment, hey, Daryl, you can make a great video on your shred truck or what, a shredder.
Yeah, because I don't really see too many. Well, there are industries that do that, but the thing about it is those trucks are expensive, and then shredding equipment's expensive. So I wouldn't want to do videos because those videos aren't going to make enough money to pay for what it costs to replace those shredders. So yeah, I kind of already thought about that. I go, hey, that would be cool to take, say, hey, you know, I don't know, maybe one day I might just decide to do a clip where I take some of my old trains and old box cars and dump them into the shredder and watch them go. I might do that. That's okay. But sorry, says, you haven't seen my streams then with me arguing with a rent-a-cop. It's already funny, Artie. Well, let's see. Hold on, guys. So let me just show real quick why I'm over here. Okay, so you guys can all see the other drop down that I got. And so I'm just going to kind of just drop you down just because that one drops down to my toolbox. And that's how on this side, my trains get out to the main layout. And voila. So there's my lift out bridge that goes from my desk. This side of the layout does not connect to the other side. It just comes in and it's a point-based layout here. And so I take my steamers out from here, and then I take them out, and then it goes into a Y. I have a Y over there, which is pretty cool. I enjoy having the Y. But that's how I get from this side of the layout to that side of the layout. And again, that's why I wanted to make this whole side of the layout just completely separate from the other side. So, and it's just really simple. It's just a quick lift up and there we go. A lot of show and tell there. All right, Artie, that's fine. Andrew says, well, let me back up here. Jerry says, I like the stack trains. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Those are the 40-foot ones. So it makes it look like I have a lot more trains than I actually do. But no, I love the stack trains too. Adrian says, don't destroy trains. One's man trash is another man's treasure. Somebody could use those. And yeah, you're absolutely right. And I thought about that too. Absolutely. Nah, if I was going to shred some old stuff, I would have done it already. But yeah, I share your same thoughts on that. Jerry asks, how much space is this taking up in my garage? The whole garage. The whole garage. Jerry, I did do a garage tour on that, on a separate. I just did it. It wasn't a train tour, layout tour. It was a garage tour. And actually, it did pretty well. So, but that was before I even had a lot of the stuff done. So I'm thinking about doing another garage tour. So, that's what's neat about this hobby. There's so many things you can do or post about. And one thing I do want to do is I do want to get some live shots of trains because in the area that I travel all over Southern California. There's a lot of neat train spots. basically I'm in Ontario, Pomona area, and there's a lot of neat places to stream trains from. The problem is with my truck, it's just hard to park it. It's trying to catch it, so yeah, Jerry, check it out. There you go. Well, I'm really impressed with the scale trains. They've been running pretty good for all this time. I was like, cool, wow. But I guess then again, it'd be like any club layout. I mean, if you're in a club layout, I mean, when they're running trains, they're running trains pretty much for quite a long time. I was just going to give it a little more juice, get it out of that same running power. So Adrian asks, they cost you all that money. Put those trains to work. Well, yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, you would expect them to perform in a certain way, but I don't think I've ever run trains this long, especially just one engine. But here it is again. It's I guess the quality of trains and the quality of track work, because um, sometimes it's really difficult to get trains to run in such a fashion, or they haven't skipped a beat. So, okay, Jerry says, how's the sound in your window layout? I don't know what to call that style. I'm not understanding, Jerry. Oh. Okay, shadow box. Okay, I got it now. They call that shadow box. So you're talking about you're talking about the valence and how I box it in, and so yeah, they call that a shadow box. And to me, I want to view my layout. I want to view my layout from like a window, like just like what you said. I don't want to view, because our eyes are very deceiving and very detracting for us, because you see everything. When I look at like when I look at my layout right now, all as I see is what's in front of me. I don't see what's above me, and I don't see what's below me. And the light that you're seeing is not being cast in my eyes. That's why um, Mystic said, "Oh, the dark man," because I'm always, when I've live streamed the last 3 times, I'm always in the dark. That's because there's no lighting between the valences of my layout. So yeah, shadow box. And that's how I like to view my trains. and I think it looks more. You could say whatever you want, but I think it kind of gives it a museum quality look to it. So, and trust me, there's nothing wrong with layouts that are open. They have lights just stringing down. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, this is how I want to view my layout. Shadow box. So this is the part that's relaxing. And like I said, on some days, I'll just come out here and all the rest of the layout will be off. But I can come out here and I can pick any engines that I want. I can either turn them on or move these from this part of the layout to that part of the layout. And it could mean maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but that gives me the relief, the tension release that I need to move forward with the rest of the evening. So Adrian says cinema style look. There you go. Same thing. Cinema style. Yeah, I could have run a little bit longer train, but I wanted to give some distance between ending and beginning. So, because I thought to myself, well, I don't want to run the tail, the tail catching the head. So, and I could run two locomotives because this is a double main line, but you really wouldn't see it because you don't see the rest of the layout. And I think this turned out just fine. So in my head, this came out perfect. All right. Well, okay. Well, I don't know where I already went, but I was thinking I've had a good session here. Jerry, how long have I been on now? Because I can't see it. For some reason, I can't see how long I've been on. Oh, there's Artie. Oh, Digger says he's still here. You did say that. Oh, let's hear a horn. I did. Well, we'll do it again. Wow, that's quite a bit. Thank you, Jerry. Artie says Aussie trains go a tad faster than in the U.S. Well, yeah, I mean, I would imagine so because there's a lot of territory to cover out there. Thank you, Digger. 2 hours you've been going. Wow. The next time I do this, I probably should write down the time because some reason I can't see the time. It's not telling me how long I'm running. Of course, I don't want to touch anything anyway. So, Artist says, I don't care how long I stream for when I got great company. There you go. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I mean, that, and then that's what it's all about. I believe the same thing, Artie. Yeah, I'm gonna. No, we're still good. As she comes along, I'll give a couple toots for Jerry. Yeah. No, Artie says our freight trains around here get squeezed in between passenger trains. Yep, I see it all the time. Same thing here. Same exact thing. Well, that's the fun of it too. Rail fanning your own layout. Okay, so Artie says, our friend says, I went almost 3 hours Saturday night. I had gone over 4 hours. Yeah, no, I saw. I know, Artie. I was on the whole time, but I think you guys caught me just when you guys were at. No lie, I napped for 45 minutes. I kind of fell asleep. Sorry, it wasn't your live stream that I fell asleep at. I was tired. So yeah, I kind of woke up right at the end. But yeah, when Jason got on, you guys went on for a long time. I couldn't believe how long you guys were on. Yeah, Jerry, I think that too, and it kind of contains the lighting as well. It concentrates the light that I have, and it concentrates it down on the layout versus it being diffused or diffused, but and instead of it being cast out. So wow, yeah, this is already going across to Perth passing. Loops are like 200 plus miles apart too. Yeah, well, yeah. See, where I live, Jerry, I mean, I live in a metropolis. I mean, I live in LA. So, I mean, you don't get to see drains haul ass until they don't really even haul ass. I mean, because when they get over the Cajon Pass, um, they still are going through they're still going through the Mojave Desert there. And there's just a line of trains for miles that you can see off the 15 freeway or the 40 freeway. So until it gets to the Needles, till it gets to the Needle sub, and then you're in Arizona and it's got a lot of miles. But I don't think there's 200 miles here where they don't see much of anything. Not here. Already. Hey, if you fall asleep, it's all good. It means the show is relaxing, just like going to sleep in a car when you've got a good driver. Yeah, no, you got a pretty good point. Now, I didn't fall asleep because you guys were boring me. I fell asleep just because I was I moved myself from a sitting position to a laying down position, and the minute I laid down, that was it. My eyes shut. So I tell myself, can't lay down when you're driving. So yeah, same stuff. Yeah, I know Jerry. Jerry's gone for a couple hours plus. when he streams sometimes. Because when Jerry gets on, it's usually in the middle of the day for me. And then I come in the truck and I see, oh, Jerry's posted. So I get on and usually I say hi to everybody, but it's hard for me to say hello to everybody. And I want to say hello to everybody, but I can't because I'm driving. So, wow, Artie, the longest stretch is 500 miles. That's crazy. Well, is Australia is a big country and it's got a lot of openness to her. So I get it. So Jerry says I think my longest was about 4 hours, maybe 5. I forget. Yeah, and it's like what Artie said. It doesn't really matter because you're in good company, you know. So there you go. And I think that's what it got for me. I entered, before I even went on YouTube, I had entered live chat, but I never really said anything. And that's because I was nobody, if, well, I'm still kind of nobody, but I'm somebody now. So Artie says, yeah, it gets hard. There's a series started called Railroader Australia and does show the line in my area too. It shows a line across Australia. I've watched videos in Australia. And remind me again, Artie, I said it on one of your live stream, and I said I watched those videos of the long truck trains. Okay, and then you corrected me, but I forgot what you said. So tell me again. Right, Artie. We are nobody, but we are somebody. So remind me again, what do you call those trailer trains? The truck trailer trains? Because you corrected me. Road trains. Okay. Well, that's pretty simple. And those are pretty cool videos. And I know you said you did that. That's pretty cool. And I really dug how you showed all the trucks and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Wow. Or it says, yeah, we keep things simple. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, talking about we keep things simple, that's my layout. Simple. Completely simple. And I enjoy watching everybody with their very expensive gizmos, gadgets, or electrical things. I enjoy watching them do it. But for me, I mean, since you brought up simple, it's the same thing with me. Simplicity. This layout is so simple. I don't got to worry about where I'm getting a short from, or because I know where it's coming from because I caused it. So, and I've been told, listen, yeah, I keep things simple. I may be going back to it when I recover from surgery. What do you mean when you recover from surgery, Artie? Oh, okay, Digger. Thank you. I thought that was Artie. Sorry. Road trains. Digger said that. Oh, okay, I got it already. Oh, okay, I may be going back to when you recovered from surgery. Okay, now I think I did remember you saying that. Okay, I got it. Yeah, because I don't think, I mean, not unless you guys got an age limit over there that somebody can't be driving road trains. I mean, it's like here, guys here in the United States, they do it till their licenses get taken away, and that could be in the upper 70s, early 80s, even longer. Yeah. Okay, shoulder surgery. Yeah. Well, guys, if you're okay with it, I'm gonna go. I gotta get something to eat in my tummy. Yeah, already. I would say it's good money, but a lot of time away from home. Yeah, but it's like I said, even with my industry, I mean, I kind of got to go where they call when a customer calls because the money's good. What are you gonna do? Tell them no? I mean, and where I live, you know. Yeah, thanks, Jerry. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call tonight because I'm getting kind of getting kind of lightheaded. I need to get some food in my stomach. Thank you, everyone, and I really appreciate you guys coming on my live stream. Okay, good night, you all, and thanks again.